Hey there, space fans. Welcome to our video where we'll be exploring the origins of the universe. This is a topic that has fascinated scientists and philosophers for centuries, and today, we'll be diving deep into the latest theories and discoveries to bring you the most up-to-date explanation of how the universe came into existence. So, buckle up and let's dive in. The story of the universe begins with the Big Bang theory. It's the leading explanation for the origin and evolution of the universe, proposed by scientists after years of research and observations. According to the theory, the universe began as an infinitely hot and dense point, known as a singularity, around 13.8 billion years ago. In the first fraction of a second after the Big Bang, the universe expanded and cooled down rapidly. This process is known as cosmic inflation, and it smoothed out any irregularities in the universe and created a homogeneous and isotropic distribution of matter and energy. As the universe continued to expand and cool down, particles began to form, and eventually, atoms were created. The first atoms were made up of hydrogen, helium, and lithium, which are still the most abundant elements in the universe today. Around 380,000 years after the Big Bang, the first stars and galaxies began to form. These stars were massive and short-lived, and they produced heavy elements through nuclear reactions in their cores. When these stars died, they exploded as supernovae, scattering heavy elements throughout the universe. These elements would later form the building blocks of planets, stars, and even life itself. Over time, galaxies began to cluster together, forming large-scale structures that we see today. Our own galaxy, the Milky Way, is part of the local group, which includes several other galaxies, such as the Andromeda Galaxy and the Triangulum Galaxy. Around 4.6 billion years ago, when our solar system began to form. The planets formed from a disk of gas and dust that surrounded the young sun, protostar, and they did so through a process known as accretion. Small rocky particles stuck together to form larger bodies, and eventually, the planets we know today were born. Earth, our home planet, formed through a process known as differentiation, where heavier elements sank to the center, forming the core, while lighter materials rose to the surface, forming the crust. The Moon, on the other hand, is thought to have formed when a large object collided with Earth, causing debris to be thrown into orbit and eventually coalesce into the Moon we know today. And that's not all. Our solar system is home to 8 planets, each with its own unique characteristics and features. From the gas giants Jupiter and Saturn to the rocky planets Mars, Venus, and Mercury, each planet has its own story to tell. But our solar system is just a tiny part of the universe. There are billions of other stars out there, and many of them have their own planets. The search for exoplanets, or planets outside of our solar system, has been an exciting area of research in recent years, with thousands of exoplanets discovered so far. And that's the story of how the universe came into existence. It's a mind-blowing journey that has taken us billions of years back in time, to the moment when everything we know today was just a tiny singularity. Thanks for joining us on this journey, and we'll see you in the next video.